Now that all of these shows are wrapped up, it's time to decide who had the worst ending in history.
So our new king has chosen to send you to the Night's Watch.
Last place and easily the best ending out of this bunch is definitely going to The Boys. As y'all know, they dropped their final episode, Blood and Bone, late last night in theaters and on Amazon Prime. I literally just got finished watching this, and I'll be honest, I don't even think this deserves to be on the list. Like, yeah, I know we've all had our problems with season 5. Like, things felt kind of rushed and just a little bit uneven, but you can't lie, bro. That final showdown between Butcher and Homelander, it really stayed true to the dark DNA of this entire show, and I like that they didn't try to, like, breastfeed us with an overly happy ending, meaning that it really successfully stuck the landing for what the show was always promised to be, and all of the performances are great. Above that is Stranger Things finale. Now, when they dropped this on New Year's Eve, there was a lot of pandemonium online about it, so much to the point that people came up with the conformity gate theory. They wanted an episode that bad, and I think what frustrated people was how they left 11's ending specifically just up to interpretation, and some other plot holes like the Demodogs and the Upside Down and things of that nature. But I feel like the ending was just so cinematic and emotional, so much to the point, like, it really saved it from being a disaster. Like, they gave a satisfying ending to mostly every other character, and I would have no problem watching this story from start to finish again, and I think I would still feel the same way. Number 6 is Lost. This one ranks lower because it wasn't universally hated. It just left a lot of people divided. Don't get me wrong, they really left those sci-fi mysteries of the island, like a lot of those plot lines, really unanswered, but the closure of the survivors meeting in this, like, flash sideways purgatory church, it was really beautiful for people who cared more about the characters instead of just the mythology of the show. Number 5 is The Umbrella Academy. Look, the actors really tried their best, but what can you do when you're already in a really rushed plot line, and on top of that, your season gets shortened to like 6 episodes? And then the way they try to solve this is by basically all of the Hargreaves siblings are just like erased from existence completely, and that leaves us fans really hollow because this family really deserved to find peace. Number 4 is True Blood. You mean to tell us they took us through 4 seasons of the supernatural camp just to end in the most boring way possible? They literally made Suki kill Bill, and then they flash forward to her being pregnant, married to this no face, no case, no name stuntman, and trying to give her this unearned generic attempt at a normal life, and nobody was happy about that. Number 3 is How I Met Your Mother. Bro, we invested 9 years into the story just for them to punish us for us by immediately killing off the mother, Tracy, and we get this 30-second voiceover just so Ted could end up with Robin. By them doing that, they completely invalidated seasons worth of character development for Ted, Robin, and Barney, and now that I think about it, this whole season was trash. Top 2 but 2 is Dexter. This one felt like a slur. Somehow they managed to give us an ending that was so frustrating and out of character for Dexter that the show becomes a punchline. He abandoned his son and then dumps his sister's body in the ocean just to go become a lumberjack? This whole ending was just a slap in the face to every fan of this show. But the top 1 absolute worst ending is going to be Game of Thrones. I don't know how anything could be worse than this. They completely derailed a decade's worth long of world building and politics, and then we get the character assassination of Dany for her becoming a villain, which wasn't even earned, so it just looks like you took something away from us that we love, and then crowning Bran the Broken. That just left everybody so bitter, and the ending is so bad, it really takes the show from that cultural rewatchability that it could have had. But you know, I hope you're not stupid, and I hope your brain ain't severely rotted. The answer would be different than mine, but let me know, what was the worst ending in history? Anti out. Peace.